family, hope you caught my other upload with the giveaway. I just wanted to come back to you with another Ollie's haul. I had to go back because in my last Ollie's haul, I had this book and I said I was giving it to my cousin. Child, I thought about it. I say, cousin, I don't want you to come all the way from the Carolinas to jump me. But I had the winemaking book in my last haul. I say, cousin, you need a winemaking book? She said, yeah. So I have the winemaking book, which was $3.99. The homegrown marijuana, teach you how to grow it. This is not for me. I don't do this. But this is her. She's going to start a business in Virginia. And she has a channel, The Gardenista. And she does this. So there's the book. There's the price. Hope you can see that. It's $7.99. She's paid, you know, she's going to pay me to send this. But you know, it's hit and miss at Aldi's. It really is hit and miss at Aldi's. You may, what they put out in one region, they may not put out in the other. So it was just easier for me to go on and grab it for her. And also, she's going to start like another kind of party planning business with this thing where it's legal. And we also have cooking with cannabis. So $6.99, pretty thick book. Has all kinds of recipes. She doesn't eat meat, but it even has the chocolate and desserts. So she may find great things in here. Even has salmon and all kinds of stuff in that book. So that is for her, not me. But I'm going to ship that out to her tomorrow. I did find some other things that they were just putting out. And we need books. The 1900s version of Google, because all that may be gone. You see, we just never know. So you need books. As long as you have your home fully stocked, you need books in it. And books on how to do everything. The garden, the pest, the everything. So this is one of the prepping items that if you can afford it, you can check Goodwill and the thrift stores. And they used to have books 5 for $1 and 5 for $2, but now they've even gone up because they know the value of the books. So you really need to check and check for books. Look around for books. I'm showing you great options at Aldi's. You know, during the pandemic, you couldn't get in an emergency room. If you had something minor going on, like the other day, I don't know if you can see that. Bring it up close. I burned, darn, I can't even get the right angle. Ooh, I burned my arm. I was cooking something. The spatula with the hot grease jumped back, slapped my arm, and left that big, huge burn. But I'm a cook, so we have our battle scars. And, you know, stuff to treat this. Because, you know, if that would have happened to my son, he would have acted like he needed to go get picked up by an ambulance. However, I'm used to it. I burned it, rinsed it, and kept moving. But, you know, stuff like that, you want to make your kids feel secure. Treat the scar, treat the burn, treat the little minor stuff, the coughs, the baby things, if you can figure them out. And keep them out of the emergency room, taxing the hospital system. So you need the cures, the remedies. Those kind of books are helpful. If you're growing a garden, you want to know your medicinal herbs to keep you healthy, to boost your immune system, to fight anything that's going on in the air. So things of that nature. We also need books for our spiritual life. During, you know, a couple of years ago, churches were closing. And, you know, you need to still give that time to God and get your spiritual self in order. So it's just to fight these times and fight depression and fight, you know, all kinds of adversities in this world. So, but this is actually for a friend, for a birthday gift. And it is All Things Beautiful, 365 devotions for women. And it is so pretty. It's in a leather cover, has dated devotionals. So, I mean, you don't have to wait till the first of the year to start. Just start on the date you're on or start January 1st. It gives you a full-page daily devotional to accompany with a scripture to study. All things beautiful. This book, and it's in a nice leather case. Oh, it's so nice. It's so pretty in detail. And it was $6.99. Zippable leather case. Very good quality. I bought one for my friend and one for myself. Now, I made a big mistake on this one. This was $7.99. It is a Bible cover. So if you want to keep like the Bible and your little journal in here, it will hold all of that in a nice zippable case. Close it up. And it says faith, hope, and love on the bottom. Beautiful. I love the detail. They were just putting these out. So, you know, if you want to, $7.99. If you want to grab something like this with a little cute carrying handle, if you're going back to church, this will be good to take with you and keep all of that stuff in order. I should have got 2 of those because I'm giving her that one. And now I'm like, I like the look of this one. I like what it says. It says blessed life. But it's more of the like lunchbox material, I'll call it. It was $6.99. But they had other versions of this, like other versions of this one, and maybe a couple of more versions of this one. But this is good too, and I'm keeping this one. And again, I bought 2 of these, one for me, one for her. And she has other stuff in her birthday pack, but it didn't come from Ollie's, so I won't share that. Also, I own rental property. It is so hard finding good handyman help. It really is. And I do have home warranties too on some of them. And they operate pretty quickly, so that's a good thing. But just little things around the house that you need to do, even it doesn't even matter if you're a renter. If it's something you like, I don't want my landlord up in here, I'm gonna just do it myself. Do it yourself. But you have 101 things homeowners must know from the Family Handyman. This is like more of a magazine, but it's a thick book packed with information. I found one in Ollie's. Maybe I was looking in the wrong spot. They may have more, but it was only $2. This will be the best $2 you spend. It has installing light fixtures, fixing plumbing leaks, fixing spigots on the outside, which I might have to do soon. All storage information for us who stockpile, just all kinds of stuff. I mean, it is really amazing. So this may be a good book to have when there's no more handyman to call, or you can't get a handyman, or you don't have the money for a handyman. Do it yourself. Even those of us in the HOA, lawn tips, grow a great lawn. You may not have money for the spray man. You may not, I mean, it's just a lot that goes into this. So definitely, this is a good book. If you see it, you may want to pick it up in Ollie's. And I swear I had more books than this. I don't know where they are. But I saw this book, and it's the Best of the Best from Alabama Cookbook. It was $2.99. It's like one of the spiral bound. However, when I flipped through it, like I saw a lot of good, you know, stuff for us gardeners, different ways to prepare our harvest. Like they have a sweet pickled okra. They have, I saw like a sausage squash pecan casserole. May not try that. A pork chop casserole. This is the one that struck my eye. Helen's tomato mess. Green tomato pie. So it's some good stuff to do, good ideas. Turnip greens with cornmeal dumplings, and that could be a meal in itself if cooked the right way. So it's a good recipes for us to use the stuff that we grow. And I said, let me keep this on hand. Again, 1990 Google. Because right now, yeah, you can go to the phone, which I did this morning. I say, oh, can of apples, crescent rolls, or green tomatoes, looking for 5-star recipes. We may not be able to do that. The wrong thing happens. So this is a good book to have. If you, whether you know how to cook or not, you might run out of ideas and need an extra idea. Or you may say, oh, I can't make this recipe. Let me see, can I find an alternative in a book? So I keep a lot of cookbooks. I just like to collect them. And every now and then I say, I want something different. Let's see if this one got something for the ingredients already in my house. So that was a book. Now I also saw some books that I had previously purchased that are still, you know, here and there in the Ollie's. And they are great books, but this was probably, I bought them over 3 months ago, but I still see them every now and then. And I have to sit there and think, don't I already have that book before I mess around and buy it again? Because they're just that vital. So this one is Home Remedies, How to Use Kitchen Staples to Treat Common Ailments. And this book was $4.99. And it's full of, you know, what to use mustard for, onions, oregano, and it shows you the actual plants. So that would be a good alternative for plant identifications. And what you can use for cardamom. So this is a good book to put in your arsenal. You need at least 2 to 3 healing books, 2 to 3 growing and planting books, and just as comprehensive as you can get it, and a couple of home repair books. That is the ultimate library, just so you know what's up. And say something goes down and we don't have no electricity. Get you a couple of novels to read at night to get you to bed, or the Bible to read at night to get you to bed. So here's another book. This is Sowing, Planting, Watering, and Feeding. These books were only $2.99 each. And this is a basic garden book with transplant, the effects of temperature, pricking and out and potting on, using good quality water, which is a problem. That's why I think my garden is stunted, because after the rains, woo, when I'm using that city water, I'm getting like no growth. Even if I fertilize with 511, whatever. So I really personally need to, you know, start catching water from the rain, because it's that serious. And I'm really considering a well, which is a good idea if it goes down, because I'll still have a source of water with your solar generator to pump the water up. You'll still have a water source. So you might want to consider a well. And the wells are so valuable. I called one company for a freshwater rock well, which is about 100 feet deep, $7,500. And it takes 20 weeks. You're on the schedule 20 weeks out. That's a problem. 4 months, it might be too late then. So I'm still looking, but that was one quote, and oh my goodness, it's scary. But that would be better water to water your garden. In the meantime, your garden, your grass. And then if it come to, you know, we need that water to drink and do everything else with and tote in the house, that would be good. But here's a book that will be vital for your gardening arsenal. And it's at Ollie's. I still saw stacks of them. And when you're looking at Ollie's, them end caps, look behind the books that are on display, because you never know what you're going to find behind those. You may find some of these books stacked back there that I'm showing you today. They are running out of space because people don't buy books. But Google, this is it. So you got Pruning, Training, and Tidying. This was $2.99. And it made pruning tree fruits, you know, all about the garden. all about the yard. So this is good. And simple garden pest and disease control. Say goodbye to nasty chemicals and hello to pest and disease-free gardening. So now that we're gonna, having these shortages around, this is alternative ways to control pests. So this was $2.99 in the gardening arsenal. Now we are also having meat shortages. Here is a healthy meal prep book, and there are some meatless meals in here too. So you might want to consider this, because those who are not used to eat, who are so used to eating meat that they think they cannot live without it, you need to learn some alternatives. Just in the event, I ain't saying become a vegan, but you might want to learn how to live without it every now and then. They are chaining up meat. I just watched Mississippi Girl Life, and she showed where they're chaining up meat. So I'm like, oh, wow, this is getting serious. Now, people have been stealing meat since the 90s. I used to work in a grocery store, and they used to chase people out of there all the time, which is why I never buy hot meat, because it could have been in somebody's hot pants. So think about that. No, if somebody comes say, I got this pack of steaks, please say no, because if nobody's buying it on the street, then they'll stop stealing it if they can't sell it. So healthy meal prep will help you out, and it'll give you alternative recipes for meat. This is also a very good book, The Ultimate Self-Sufficiency Manual. How to work without electricity. I think it's even some foraging things, weather things, all of that, canning. Everything is in this book. And it was $7.99. So be on the lookout for this. And the other one, and I hope I did show you the other chicken book, but this one was still in there, and it's How to Build Chicken Coops. With the price of eggs all over the place, they may say, no matter what your HOA say, no matter who say what, you can get some chickens within your city limits, wherever you are, because things are getting crucial. So, how to build a chicken coop. I want to get chickens. I'm working on it. And like I say, if it hits the fan, that's where we may be. This book is $3.99, and I always keep my scrap wood supply. They have chicken netting, which I lost those pictures, darn it. I was thinking but they do have chicken netting at Ollie's for $19.99 a roll. And chickens don't need much. If you got the kind of yard or in the kind of neighborhood, you might want to try too. If you don't like it, eat them for dinner and keep it moving. But you might want to try to. And it was a zero waste guide to chickens. And let me see, I will show you that book again, because I'm not sure if I put it in the other video or not, but I'm going to go get it. Hold on. Back. Okay, sorry about that. So here's another one. I almost forgot one, and this is very important. This is the Chicken Whisperer's Guide to Zero Waste Chicken Keeping. Reduce, reuse, recycle. This book was only $3.99. And they go through, it was written in 2019. And they go through a year with hens and no waste, feeding chickens, composting, gardening with chickens, housing chickens, and when hens stop laying. I wonder what that's about. Is that about how to get rid of them? Options for fencing, water recycling, dust baths, meeting a new flock, MEATING. So, yeah, this is a good book to have. This is a real good book to have. So this is your chicken library. Seems like this may be all you need. You have a survival library. You have a cooking library. You have a gardening library. And you need all this. And you need the Wine at Home library. Just for those who, you may have an overproduction of fruit. Wine may be a great thing to barter and trade with. Wine at Home. So these books are still there at my location, which will be linked below. And for the most part, Jacksonville stores have some of these books, or most of them, or you may have to go to both locations. But good luck hunting and finding these books at your local Ollie's. They are all over the United States. Just look at their website. They will give you their locations. And I wish you the best of luck and hope that we are all fine. I really think so, but every time I go to the grocery store, I want to come home and plant a seed, plant a seed, plant a seed. So you do the same. And thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more hauls, life advice, single mothering, gardening, all of that. I'm going to pull the gardening to maybe 1 to 2 gardening shows a month, maybe 3. And because I do have 2 gardens, a share crop and my backyard garden. So it's a lot of material to cover in those 2 gardens. So I have a lot of videos coming to you. I am only 90 days in, and I do appreciate you for watching all my videos and learning, and hope you like my channel. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.